It's shoulder day today. I've been looking forward to this. Back to the old routine. So I think we've got five exercises for my delts today. And 3 exercises for triceps with a close grip bench press. Chest is pretty much the only thing that I kind of kept up with, this week, and it felt good to train and I had the time to train, etc. So I've been looking forward to actually dedicating a proper session to my delts. Anyway, first exercise, we're doing our usual single arm lateral raise at the cable, setting the cable quite high. I'm also using a cuff today. So this is quite good to take the wrist joint completely out of the equation when you're doing this exercise, which is obviously helps a lot with isolating the delts. So we're going a little bit heavier as well. This is the thing with using cuffs. Since it's a little bit higher, a little bit closer to the shoulder, then the weight is going to feel a bit lighter. It's going to be lighter effectively because it's closer to the muscle that you're trying to target. And so with that, we can afford to go a little bit heavier than usual. So this is my second set actually. Pushing it to absolute failure. Adding some partial reps at the end as well. You can also externally rotate the shoulder a little bit as you get to the top. And also cross the arm a little bit. Since there's still tension there. In fact, there's more tension there. Oh, fuck. Partials. The thing about this exercise is that you really want to avoid putting your body into it, starting to twist, starting to use the upper trap. You just want to keep your body still as much as possible. That's why the way that you hold the cable with the other hand makes a massive difference just to stabilize your whole body. You don't want to twist. You don't want to add any extra movement from the body. Just want to be moving the arm across, isolating the delt. And it's one of the best exercises I found for the side delt. Definitely one of the best recently, especially since my injury. Got to find the right exercises that allow me to really stimulate the muscle I'm trying to target without getting any extra pain or without bothering it, essentially. So second exercise, crucifix lateral raises. I absolutely love this exercise. So I'm actually really excited to do it this way. The couple of warm-up sets, it feels great, especially with this bench. This is probably the best bench in the gym. It's really solid, quite heavy. So it allows a lot of leg drive without it moving about too much. Okay, so we're going quite heavy for the first couple of sets. And then more of a medium to high rep range for the other 2. Let's go. I think I could have gone heavier actually. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh, fuck. Hands down, definitely the best setup for crucifix. This cable is the right width with this bench. Feels really good. Spot on. If you can find the perfect cable station in your gym, the best cable station in your gym, just stick to that anytime you can. It really makes a huge difference with exercises like this, where you really have to look at the centimeter, the millimeter. It makes a difference with the sensation of the exercise and how much you can get out of it. So really happy with this. 3 more sets. Let's go. Third exercise, shoulder press machine. I can definitely go heavier on this today, which feels really good. So I'm going to go for a slightly lower rep range compared to the usual and just a little bit heavier. This is pretty close to what I used to do with this machine, before I got injured. So I'm actually quite pleased with this. So let's see if I can get maybe 8 to 10 reps on this. Be quite nice. I'm going to still add a little bit of thoracic extension here. There's always going to be a little bit of upper chest involved. Whatever overhead press movement you do, there's always going to be a little bit of upper chest. The most important thing is that you don't overcompensate too much and you don't compress the spine too much. That felt good. Felt great. Happy with that. I did some partial at the end as well. This machine is actually quite nice. There's still a lot of tension at the bottom. And it doesn't feel too heavy at the lockout at the top. That's why I like it. Also, the neutral grip is kind of the perfect width for me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to progressing with this and then hopefully switch to a more pronated grip out to the side a little bit more as soon as my shoulder allows it. But this is a big win for me today, so quite happy. Final 2 exercises for today is actually a superset. We're doing a rear delt machine, superset with seated lateral raises. I love the superset. It's so practical and so efficient. You can put it in any shoulder workout. You can get 2 of the major portions of your delts worked in literally just a few minutes. And the good thing about this sequence specifically is that you're going to be pre-exhausting your rear delt before you go into a side delt exercise, which you obviously get that little bit of an extra benefit of the pre-exhaustion. I'll take the opportunity to show you exactly how to set this up, because I think a lot of people mess it up a little bit. First of all, it's the height of the seat that makes a big difference. When you align yourself with the handles, you actually want them to be in line with your shoulders or slightly higher. This actually allows you to target the side delts as you're pulling a little bit better, which means that the shoulder is going to be a bit more into a neutral position without having to internally rotate too much or externally rotate. With that, it also means that if the elbows drop slightly, it's not the end of the world because of how you're positioned. Then what you want to do is wrap the shoulders around the bench. So you don't want to be protracting too much, but you want to allow yourself to be in a position where if you're going into shoulder extension and you're bringing the arm back, you're going to feel like the shoulder is almost jamming. That's the kind of sensation that you want to look for, that the shoulder is kind of jamming into it. And that's how you know that you're really targeting that rear delt. You will feel it. It's a different kind of sensation. You kind of want to work for the opposite of a row. When you're rowing, you want to mobilize the scapula as much as possible. In this instance, for this exercise, to really isolate the delts, you want to be moving the arm across without moving the scapula. So it's kind of counterintuitive. This is why a lot of people get it wrong. So here's a practical example. Pushing the chest into it. My elbows are soft, so they are bent, but not too much. And the hand is a little bit higher than my shoulder. Wrapping the shoulders around the bench and then pushing the arm away from the body. So I'm not pulling back. I'm pulling away from the body. Using the full range of motion of the machine. As you can see, I'm not going too far back either. Otherwise, I'll start getting my traps involved too much. Oh, fuck. And once you hook that rear delt, You just keep it hooked all the way through. This means that when you get to the bottom, you can also do a few partial reps. It was a pretty awesome workout. Really enjoyed it, really connected well with all the exercises, and it definitely felt the most intense in quite a while. I was quite happy with the shoulder press machine as well. Just being able to lift a little bit heavier with that was quite a surprise, as well as a huge win for me, since I haven't been able to do that in a long time. I made a post on Instagram about having a bad day today. And in all honesty, I haven't had the best day today. So I was reading it back before wrapping things up and getting into bed. And it is true that it's temporary. That right now it feels like it's the end of the world. It feels like this feeling is going to be forever. But if I allow it to mutate, it's going to change pretty quickly. And these ups and downs are absolutely normal. They're actually physiological. Like, we're not supposed to feel great all the time. But I also think that it's from the bad days that we get the best ideas, that we're able to make the decision to make the changes that are required for us to just keep progressing. And the bad days are also usually the days that give you a little bit more space to think and to reassess. And as the 100 days of vlogging are getting close, it was only natural for me to make a bit of a point of a situation and look at what to do afterwards, and how to redirect the time and the energy that I'm putting into this. Nonetheless, I'm ever so grateful for all the support and for you guys coming back to watch my videos every day. I cannot tell you how much that means to me. So thank you so much for being here. And if it's your first time and you enjoyed this, if you found it valuable, please leave a like, leave a comment, why not, and subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow.